Hi, my name's Roy Allen and I'm here as part of Team AD with Lee Romang from Delkim. Lee, I see you've got something in your hand there. Do you want to talk us through it, what it is?
Well, what we've got here is our RX Plus Pro mini receiver. So if you are buying a set of TXIs, you're more than likely going to want one of these. So this is what goes with it. The TXI has a radio transmitter and this is what you're going to program them into. So what I'll show you now is how easy it is just to program your TXIs into your receiver and how the receiver works really. So first of all, you turn this on, it's empty, okay, nothing's programmed in. So you program your alarms into your receiver so that it only recognises
What's
those.
that bleeping straight away?
Oh, that was just that bleep there is just to signify the software version in the receiver.
What? So it says that it's
software version 2, effectively.
Right, cool. So
So
that bip bip means that it's got the stuff inside.
yeah,
it to
it's
show
all
that
ready to rock and roll. So this is empty at the moment, so nothing's coming through there. You know, none of them are programmed in. Is that one turned on? It is now. And I think I've turned them all there off. There you go. So nothing's coming through there. Okay.
Yep.
So each TXI that we make has its own individual code that it transmits to the receiver.
Really?
Okay.
Oh,
So
right.
what you're doing in the programming mode is you're transmitting that code to your receiver, so your receiver only recognises your alarm, so you don't get any cross activation with any other people's
That
products.
is in itself. It's a massive
Yeah.
edge knowing that you're not going to come running out of the bivvy and it's
That's
the
it.
guys next door's
So
rods.
it's a lot of codes, and everyone is different. So, you know, you get your alarms. What you want to do is you want to program into your receiver. So it's very easy. Okay, you turn your receiver on. I'll do it again. You turn your receiver on into the L position. Okay, do its little startup, and then there's a little button on the back. So
I see,
all
okay.
you do is a quick press and release of that button, and then the purple LED will flash. Okay, that means now you're in programming mode. So it's saying to you, what alarm would you like to program into your purple channel?
And
okay,
that keeps flashing, yeah?
yeah, it keeps flashing until we program. So what I'll do is, I'll keep them in colour order for now. I'll activate my purple alarm. That did it, and it's moved on to the next LED colour. That means now that's programmed.
That one bleep means that they're tethered
that's
as such.
that confirmation tone. If I try and program that again, that's an error. It's saying you can't program the same alarm in twice, okay? So it's now asking what do you want in the red. Well, I don't want one in red because I'm going to match them up. I've got green and blue. So if I press the button again,
The one on the back.
yeah, one on the back, every time it'll skip to the next colour. I don't want white. I press it again, I'm on blue. So we'll activate the blue. Did it? You get a little confirmation code. That means that's gone through, and you see it's moved on to the green. We'll activate the green. It's done that. We haven't got a yellow.
You pressed it once more.
Pressed it once more to skip over the last one. We didn't want it. That tells you that it's all done. It's that first tone tells you the anti-theft is on, because this receiver has anti-theft, and it also has a vibration. So
all the LEDs, once they're programmed, I see they went up and down the line.
there's a little Mexican wave that
And that's to
confirms you've
say-
finished programming, and now everything is programmed in your.
All three alarms
Yep.
are tuned into that
And you'll
receiver.
see that's vibrating. You
I
can
can
feel
hear
that.
it, yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear it
it's
rattling, let alone holding it.
So that can be turned on or off, and we also have an anti-theft as well, which is quite useful, unfortunately, in this day and age. And we basically, if somebody turns off the alarm, it sends a signal to the receiver, which sets an alarm off on the receiver.
So that
Turn that
means
down.
that's been turned off. If you're in your bivvy, for instance, you've got the receiver with
Yep.
you, it's raining, it's dark, someone's turned your alarm off and it wasn't you.
Yep, that's right, exactly. So turning that on don't make any difference. Okay, you have to turn your receiver off and then get out there and deal with whatever's happened, unfortunately. But you know, it's just a little peace of mind on the security side of things that you can, that can be on there, and that can be deactivated on the receiver. Vibro can be deactivated as well, and we'll come back to that. What I would like to show you as well is there are different options of programming as well. So we have multi-channel programming, which allows you up to have 4 alarms in one LED colour.
Right,
So if you wanted,
okay.
you could have 24 alarms in there, which is probably a bit too many for most people's fishing, but it gives you the versatility of being able to have
So
3 out of 1 LED.
for someone like myself, I've got 3 red Delkims.
Yep.
If I wanted all 3 red Delkims to be red on the receiver, I
Yep.
could tune them all
You
into
could do
that one
that.
colour.
Yeah, if you
That's
wanted
good,
to.
that's
So
great.
you've got that option, and also you don't have to have them matched up to the LED colour on the receiver. So you don't have to have purple in purple, blue in blue, green in green. You can have them in any colour combination that you like.
That's pretty cool. So let's say in the bivvy you wanted them to be red, white, blue, for argument's sake, you could have them a different.
Yeah, or if you had all the same colour alarms, you might want them left and right and middle.
Wherever
so you can spread them out and you have them exactly how you want. But what we'll do is we'll show you multi-channel programming now. So this is where you can have up to 4 alarms coming out of LED colour that you want. So again, turn the receiver on. So if you were doing multi-channel programming, it would come clean out the box. So this is from factory settings, and then you hold the button down on the back of the receiver until you get a pip sound. Okay.
So you've left your thumb on that.
You left your thumb. I've got a pip sound. So now it's flashing, but I'm getting a pip sound. So that is now telling you that I'm in multi-channel programming.
Because of the noise?
Because of the noise, so you get pip. So first time, straightforward programming is a quick press and release, and the LED flashes without a pip. If you're going to do multi-channel, you hold it down, you get a pip. So what I do now is I activate the first alarm. Okay.
And it's made that.
It made the noise, confirmation tone. But as you see, it stayed on the same LED colour this time. So now it's saying, what else do you want to go in that one? Okay. Put a second one in there. And if you see, look, it's flashing 3 times. So it's saying, I've got 1, I've got 2. What do you want to go in the third channel?
Okay.
So now I'm doing that one. Okay. So now it's asking for a 4th. Well, I haven't got a 4th one here today. So again, I press the button on the back of the receiver, which skips me over all the other LEDs that I'm not using.
You're pressing it once.
Pressing it once every time.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So that now has all 3 coming out of each LED colour, and you'll see the 3rd one on the latch. It flashes 3 times on the latch to indicate that the 3rd one in the channel's gone off. If it was the 2nd one, it would flash twice on the latch.
That is cool.
Twice. There you go. So
if you're in the bivvy,
yeah, you can differentiate.
You look up at the receiver, you're like, oh, well, I know it's only going to have the one colour, but if it's flashing twice, it's my middle rod, for argument's sake.
Yeah, so, you know, we give people the options. We do get people ask, oh, can I have all the same colour LED in my receiver? Well, no, because if you look down, you wouldn't know which one's gone off, left and right and middle, because it'd just be a blur of colour. At least with this, you get it latches and tells you that it's that one flash once. So that was 1st, 2nd, third. And if you wanted to program one of the other LED colours, when it was pipping initially, you just press the button to get to the LED colour you wanted to program.
So you could have 2 in one colour.
Yeah, you could have 2 in one colour. That's it. So once you finish multi-channel programming in that LED colour, you press the button and move to the next one.
Because, I mean, some people might use 4 rods. They might have 2 blue ones, 2 purple ones, for argument's sake. And again, you could have
so you've
2
got
on the blue, 2 on
complete
the purple.
flexibility to program your receiver exactly how you want. And the key thing is, it's done. Once it's done once, that's it. You don't have to worry about it again. So you never have to reprogram. You know, it's in there. You take the battery off, put the battery back on. No, it memorises what you've got.
That's it.
So if you do make an error programming, and say you've programmed the wrong one into the wrong colour, then what you need to do is you need to reset the receiver and start the programming process again. So I will show you that in a moment. If you ever make a mistake with your programming, or you've got the wrong alarm in the wrong colour, or you've not got them where you want to be, you're going to need to reset your receiver. You can't just try and program your alarm into a different colour. It won't allow you to put the same alarm in twice. So if you ever get yourself in a muddle, you need to reset the receiver back to factory settings. Okay, so that is quite a simple process. What you need to do is you hold the button down on the back of the receiver, you turn the receiver onto the L position, and you wait for a pip sound. Okay, once you've got the pip sound, you let go of the button, all the LEDs are flashing, you then hold the button down again and wait for another pip sound. Okay, that has now cleared the memory, set the receiver back to its factory settings as it come out the box, and it's no longer programmed. Okay, so after that you then go through your preferred programming sequence again, either straight programming or multi-channel.
Right, so we're now going to talk about the range check, Lee, of these alarms and the receiver. So talk me through it. How does that work?
Yeah, so what you can do is if you're fishing and you're not quite sure about the terrain and what the range is you're going to get out of your receiver, certainly in the local range, if you're sitting a long way back, you just want to make sure that the signal's good. All you need to do is put the alarm into the range check facility. So that is, you hold the button down on the front of the alarm. Okay, if you have the volume up, turn it on, you get the 3 start-ups, and then you heard an extra pip. Okay, you hold it down till you get an extra pip. So now that's flashing away. Turn the volume down on that, and now you can see, I'll just turn the volume down because it's quite loud. That's now pulsing. Okay, I can now go and walk away, and that will continue to transmit and pulse, and I can go and check how far I can get in certain circumstances. So if you're fishing maybe in a high bank situation where you're not quite sure, because that's always an extreme, make sure you've got good range there, or if your mate's just next door, you just want to make sure you can get to him with your receiver, then that is always a worthwhile setting. And just to deactivate that, you can either press the button on the front again, or just, if you just tweak the alarm. So if you've got a run, if you had your rods out while you had it, it would cancel it.
So if you're doing a range test and you get a take,
yeah, it will cancel the range check,
right.
and then you'll get your run again. You see that's coming through there. So that was hold the button down on the front, turn the alarm on, you get the start-up tones, you then keep holding the button down until you get that extra pip, and then you let go, and now you're in the range check facility.
So when I'm walking away from my rods, for example, how do I know when I'm going too far? Does the receiver make a certain
it will just drop out. You just won't get any signal anymore.
So it'll be making that constantly.
Yeah, you'll start. Ours is an analog system, so ours is it works. So the sound might start to get a bit more scratchy as you move away from the radio source. Right, so okay. And then you'll just stop altogether, and then if it's in local, then that's when you want to put it in distant and get that extra bit of range just to overcome the bankside conditions that you're fishing in.
So if I was walking away from the rods, for example, and I had it in local, would I then be able to switch it to distance?
Yeah, you just switch it. Yeah, you just switch in distance on the move,
and then it'll
still be working.
Signal.
Yeah, there's no startup
right, okay.
required. It just, you switch from local to distant, it'll be absolutely fine.
So for the main use, I could use local even to go to the swim next door.
Yeah, you've got,
but like you said, if you needed to make a dash to another guy who needed assistance, switch it into the distance setting, you could do a range test, and you're going to be fine.
Exactly, but it's always advisable, as I say, local is where you need it for in-swim, distance is for your emergencies.
That's great, brilliant. All right, cheers, Lee.